Welcome to Believe in People Unplugged, created in collaboration with and in support of the Matthew Perry House. Hosted by Amy Goldberg and Caitlin Morrison, this is a space for real conversations with musicians and artists, exploring who they are beyond the work, what fuels their creativity, and why music plays such an important role in their well-being.
Welcome to Believe in People Unplugged, in collaboration with the Matthew Perry House, hosted by me, Amy Goldberg, and Caitlin Morrison. Today's guest is drummer Dale Harrison, longtime drummer for the Canadian rock band Headstones, known for his groovy sounds, musical intuition, and deep respect for the emotional core of a song. Dale is an independent artist, he's a writer, he's a session player, and a teacher. Boy, we'd be lucky to have him as a teacher. We are excited to have him here. Welcome, Dale, to Believe in People Unplugged. Yay!
Hey, how are you?
Thank you for being here.
No problem.
Dale and I go way back.
Early in the morning.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is this early for you?
We're having full sentences and conversations, maybe. But
Did you play last night?
No, you know what? I've been suffering a first world problem, which was we were on vacation down in Turks and Caicos for like 9 days. So we did manage to have WestJet cancel our flight on the Saturday return. So we had to stay there for Valentine's Day.
Oh no.
I know, right?
Horrible.
I feel for you.
We got back later Sunday night, and I've just been kind of trying to climatize to trading in sand for snow and getting back to work again, really.
That's tough, isn't it?
You got to pay for these vacations when you take them.
I know, psychologically, right? And
Definitely not worth it. Nobody go to Turks and Caicos for any reason.
Yeah, exactly. Forget it. Vacation sucks because you have to come back.
Right. Well, we're fortunate that
unless you live there.
We have friends that have a place there, so we get to stay pretty cheap. How about that? And
not too shabby.
Yeah, everything else they seem to want to rob you for everything else that you do there, though.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they don't. It's one of those things. It's an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful place, but everything costs a lot just to do anything there. But I guess it's all worth it when you look out at the ocean and the beautiful beaches and things, the scenery. So, no complaints again. No complaining.
That's awesome.
I'm not complaining.
Well, we're happy you're here. Hey, Dale, quick question: why drumming for you?
Because I thought it was way cooler than piano back in the day. No, I think drumming, because it's sort of innate for me. I was one of those kids that just sort of picked up things and started making noises, like the kid with the pots and pans and the wooden spoons. And I wanted to play drums. And so I got a little toy kit when I was about 8 years old. Until I destroyed that. When I did, my parents were like, okay, that's enough. But I managed to keep the sticks so I could play on the couch and the sofa and the stools. And then when I turned 13, my parents said, do you want to take piano lessons or drum lessons? And I went, well, drum lessons. So I did it that way, I've always been involved with playing music to some degree. Like I said, I love piano, but drums were way cooler. And so I just kind of got into it that way and found myself in just playing live. Within the first couple of months I started playing, just because there wasn't anybody good enough, I guess, in my neighborhood.
Who you playing
you're a natural
with? Yeah, he is a natural. Like, he really is.
Well,
you can play anything.
I've been really fortunate to be able to be doing it for as long as I have already, so can't complain about that.
No.
And when did the Headstones come into play?
Let me see. 94, I joined the band. I auditioned with a bunch of other people, I guess, but my audition kept getting set back. I was on the road with another band, and in that term, I learned the entire album and stuff, and I didn't have to have charts or anything. So I was just kind of, by the time it came up, they said, okay, what songs did you learn? I said, I know the album. So we just kind of plowed through the album, and they were like, okay, well, I guess it's your gig. So I ended up by getting the gig, and I didn't know what I was getting into at that time with Hugh Dillon the way he was back in the day when he was full tilt into partying.
Yeah, that must
When
have been.
you're trying to become a professional musician, in my mind, I was like, okay, keep control of alcohol and drugs and just, and then I got into that band and they were like, oh, to put all that aside, we're doing everything. So yeah, I had to sort of reel all that stuff in, but it was quite a trip, you know.
And
I
not
went
just
there
a
for
short
about,
one. You were there how long?
well, a total of 22 years. But we had like a 7-year hiatus in the middle of all that, where Hugh had to really get his things together and hit rehab for about the fourth or fifth time and get it together. And he focused on his acting.
Oh
And
yeah.
when that all came back to get a reunion sort of happening for a friend of ours, Randy Kwan, who passed away, we did a benefit for his son so he can have some kind of like a part called money so he could go to school when he grew up a little bit. And then it was fun doing all the rehearsing, so we decided to add more gigs. So that's sort of how the band came back to fruition in 2011. So, so
Amazing.
it's really good. I mean, I just had bought a house and I had my kids, and I was like, okay, this is really good timing for all this stuff. And, and I did another 5.5 years with them, and I just kind of went, well, I've done 3 more albums, and that's kind of, I'm good with that, you know.
Do you feel like that there was a change in the feel of the music, that like the way you played together between the party years and the post-party years, if you will?
Oh, well, absolutely, because everybody sort of went on their own way and sort of did their own evolving. We all had different families, different careers that were sort of happening. I mean, I went off and toured with a bunch of different people, and that kept me busy. And so Tim went into advertising and writing jingles and stuff. Trent did whatever he did, and Hugh went into acting. So when we got back together again, the whole situation about sitting in a room and hacking out ideas wasn't so much what we did anymore. We all came with different ideas, and then we just try to hash those out. And other people were also writing with us as well. So the dynamic changed a bit. And I always feel like this, like music, I'm so blessed to be able to do it for a living. And if it's not fun anymore, then you have to find some passion, and the fun has always been part of it for me. So when it became not fun anymore, and it's like when people are going, "Oh, the producer says you should play this part and do it like this," I'm like, I'm the drummer. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes, you
Okay,
can.
okay.
please,
So
please
I'm the
do.
fucking drummer, so don't tell me what to do. I won't tell you what to do. So it became one of those kind of things for me. So I was like, okay, I'm not really having as much fun. I need to rediscover myself. And so I decided to leave the band. So after that, but you're right, because it was one of those things where I have this idea, and now this is the idea, and this is how it's going to be played, instead of us sort of creating our own parts and adding individual things.
And hey Dale, what part aspect of music do you like apart from drumming? Because you write, Caitlin, Dale's a fantastic piano player. I mean,
I'm
you're so
okay. Thank you.
It's just not
multi-talented.
that cool.
Well, it is cool. It's still cool. I mean, it's like hard to take them,
See,
on.
there's a piano right back here.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
My
yeah,
writing
yeah, yeah.
station.
that's
Mine's right over.
right.
Mine's right over there.
Oh,
Oh
that's beautiful.
yeah,
I love it. Love it.
that's very cool. So yeah, so what do you write? Do you like writing, Dale?
I do actually. I love it. I mean, I do most of my writing now on piano. I used to. It's funny when we started with the Headstones. I was always trying to get my songs in there, and they're like, "Well," and I wrote most of my stuff on piano, so they're like, "We'll save that for your solo record. We're a guitar-driven band." So I went out and bought a guitar and a couple chord books and stuff, and I sat down and I taught myself how to play guitar. So, then I started demoing songs, and that's how I got more involved in the writing with Headstones. But now I've gone back to the piano and a little bit of guitar, and I try to see what translates. Trying to keep it simple because I end up by writing too many complicated chordy songs. How about that on
Yeah.
piano?
But you wrote a great Christmas song this past year. It was really catchy.
Well,
It was
thank you.
Christmas, right?
Yeah, it says Christmas about 100 times in
It
it.
was, I know, but it was really good. I really liked it. Tommy and I
It
were
was
like,
a
yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, well, I wrote that on piano, and then I gave it to my friend Michael in Buffalo, and he decided to just transpose it on guitar and then put some string arrangement to it. So it really added a lot to it. I like the original demo version that we did, and my wife Maureen, she sang backups on it and helped me write the song as well.
Oh,
So
Maureen sang. Awesome.
yeah, so it was one of those things where and coincidentally, our friend is the director for Make-A-Wish Foundation for CP24. So when I was writing it last year, she was over, and she goes, "What's that?" And I said, "Well, it's a new Christmas song." So we tried to get it done. She said she would use it for CP24, but it wasn't done, and it was too late. Like
Oh,
they have to be done in
Mm.
early November, kind of
yeah, yeah.
for a Christmas launch, and so I was able to get it done for this past Christmas. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So again, no
It's really good.
complaints. We'll see what happens with it in the future, but CP24 is definitely always welcome to use it for whatever they need.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Amazing. Are you
Wow.
going to be a Christmas song guy now?
No,
No, he's
I
not a
wrote the
Christmas song
Christmas
guy.
song. I think everybody's
Same.
got one in them, right?
Right?
No, and I
No,
was
but
like,
I think a
okay.
solo act. Would you ever think about that, Dale?
No, I don't think I'm a strong enough singer to do anything like that.
Really?
I can sing well enough to do my own demos, and now that we have these beautiful filters and Melodyne and of course the old Autotune, and now AI is coming into this kind of aspect, I can listen to my voice a little easier. But otherwise, listen to my timbers. Hey, let's go. What's up?
Nobody can hear their own voice. That's a universal thing.
That's
Is
true.
it? Isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
like the sound of your voice?
No, God. Well, I think I do when I'm talking. And then if I hear a recording of myself talking, I go, what is that? What a horrible thing for people to have to listen
Yeah,
to
you
when
have a
you're
great sounding voice, Caitlin. I find too, if I listen, I went, oh my God, like this high pitched kind of that's irritating.
right.
Yeah,
It's
I
just because
don't
it's
like it.
different in our heads than out loud. And so
Yeah,
Right.
only an alien sound to ourselves.
yeah, it's
That's
true.
it. That's it. When we do listen back, that's how everybody else hears us. But I guess it's
Exactly.
because our skull resonates, and that's what we also hear. We have a different part of hearing with the
It's like
bass.
or when you see a picture of yourself and you go, oh God,
Yeah.
Jesus, what
what
was
is
I
that
looking at
Actually, or
there?
if you see a picture of yourself before and this is horrible, and then you compare it to something more recent, you go, oh, that picture before was pretty good. Even though it's like it's all
Give
right?
me
relative.
a filter to put on. There we
Yeah,
go.
exactly. It's like this. Hey, Dale, what's missing? Anything missing for you? I mean, you're
Missing?
such a talented
That's a
guy.
big question.
Well, that's huge. Well, I don't know. I seem to be trying to fill in all the gaps that I can. I mean, the closer I get to the big 6-0, I kind of go, okay, so I don't know. I go through this, maybe it's what everybody does, you sort of, that self-evaluation, you kind of go, okay, at 60, what have I done? And have I accomplished everything that I want to do? Um, I don't know. I just keep, nothing's missing except for the fact that I haven't finished my own solo record yet, or that it's completed. But in this day and age, to have a full album that's completed, what does it really do except for it's self-fulfilling, so that's how I've been doing singles. So that would be the one thing that I'd want to do, and travel around the world where I haven't seen yet, and be able to spend time there without having an agenda, like to show up at a sound check and
Yeah,
do things, and just gotta go, the hell with it. We're gonna go Machu Picchu. Let's go and hang out for 2 days or something, or you know, that kind of thing. So that's really, I think, where this finishing the album and touring around the world without having an agenda except for seeing things and doing things.
that's cool. When are you going to finish your album?
Well, see, this is what happens with me. I started this thing during COVID called the 6 Foot Social Band. And I added the word band in there because 6 Foot Social became such an easy Google, and there was all the 6 Foot Socialing. And it started from me inviting neighbors over where we weren't allowed to assemble. So I had a hockey stick, and I'd say, stand that far away, and I'd have a fire in my backyard around Chimnea. And we'd all bring our individual coolers of beer and sit around, and I'd play some tunes, and we'd hang out. So I went, I should call it, I go, come on over for a 6 Foot Social. And I went, that's a good name for a band.
That is
So
a good name.
we started
Yeah.
doing all this, writing online. I go, here's an idea I have. Here's the chord charts. I'd send it to different people. I'd send out tracks, and then we'd have it mixed and stuff. So, and it kind of petered out because people got busy once we came out of all this hibernation of our of COVID. So yeah, and I just started turning into other things. I started putting effort into another band that group of guys that I went to high school with in Ottawa. So I started doing the same thing there. I do like an album or two with them every year,
Oh,
and we just
cool.
release it. And it's there's no agenda for that. It's just kind of to be able to do it because
Yeah.
these guys are pretty much retired now. So they're like, "Hey, let's just do another album," and I'm like, "Okay, well, this is what I do for a living." Okay, shut up, Harrison. I'm not paying you.
Kidding. And what do you think
Right?
about, don't you think it's interesting I'm finding too that more women are taking up drums? Do you
I
find that?
love it.
Isn't that
I love
amazing?
it. And they're kicking ass. I mean, come on.
I think it's pretty,
Anika
I think it's
Niles
pretty cool.
with Rush, like she's an amazing drummer. Like, I don't know if I ever got into wanting to start drumming now when I was younger. I'd probably look at all these YouTube videos and stuff and gonna go, oh, the hell with that. I'm not even going to get close to any of that. But I think it's amazing, actually. Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
it's about time,
Yeah, it is.
Right?
really.
Sorry, Caitlin, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just women powering it. Go
I think
ahead.
it's so cool, right?
That's it.
And Dale, do you teach anyone? Dale's also teaches drums. Do you teach any females?
I don't. I haven't taught in a while, just because I found myself being busy enough with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I used to have an electronic kit in my house. I had it here on the main level, and I found that was good because I could turn it up or give the kids headphones. And I also have the piano there, so I just taught beginner piano and drums. And I had an open door policy because the times, it's like, hey, if your kid's supposed to be in my house, my door's unlocked. You can walk in anytime, or go sit in my
Wow.
living room, and when they're having their lesson, I don't really care. And it just as my wife moved in, she wanted to make the dining room a dining room more than a
Wow.
home studio. So, and I didn't use it as much, and I stopped teaching as much. So I just got rid of that, and then all my stuff moved downstairs. So I have
Yeah.
an acoustic kit and a drum studio downstairs. So I was the local guy in the neighborhood, and everybody knew me because my kids went to school and everything else too. And now I don't know the new generation because my kids are going to be Kyle's 27, my daughter will be 31 next month. So I kind of go, wow, how did that happen? So nobody knows me for that anymore. And I never wanted to try too hard to sort of get a school going. So no, I don't teach that much. And I did teach girls when I was teaching. So,
Oh,
and it was
cool.
piano.
That must be true love to dismantle all your stuff, pop it in the basement. Like,
Oh,
Well,
yeah, that's
this is
right.
how much I love you.
Yeah, what
it
is
was
that
it was
like?
a slow process, and it was kind of
Took
reluctant
like 30
to do.
years, Caitlin.
All I need for
Oh,
you
you
to,
really
all I
have to
need for
move
you to
in? Like,
do,
I like the idea of two separate homes. I think that's a great idea.
A lot of
you know,
people I've talked to like that idea too, like
Yes.
particularly a
I
lot of
know a
women
couple
that I play
people
with
that
in
have that.
classic albums live. I go, "Well, what's going on?" They go, "Well, I have my house and my boyfriend has his house." And I said, "Okay." She goes, "Well, actually, she's my fiance." I go, "Okay. How long have you guys been engaged?" "Oh, 6 years." But you're not you're refusing to do the merge. And they go, "Well, it works really well this way." And
yeah.
It's a
it
whole
works.
different life now.
But I mean, I hung on to like a rack system in here that I had all my drums for easy access to get in and out. And once COVID hit, I keep bringing COVID up, but um, she asked me if I could move most of my stuff downstairs, and I said, "Well, no, because I got to have easy access." And she goes, "Okay, well, let's look at your calendar. How many gigs you got right now?" And I literally had like 50 gigs that are just scratched off. And I went, "You got a point. You got a point."
Wow.
You know.
Unbelievable. And what about so touring? Do you like touring? Is that your thing? Like something that you enjoy doing?
It's definitely something I enjoy doing. It's kind of funny when you're okay. So I got to say, when you're younger, you get into you'll buy an old school bus or something or a park and fly, which we did, and we toured across the country, and we were all a bunch of 20-something-year-olds, just kind of yeah, let's take the world. And then I was fortunate enough to join the Headstones, and we had a deal, and then we're on tour buses. We have a crew, so I'm not even bringing my stuff in. I'm not setting it up. I just have to tune it up, and I don't have to tear it down. I get in the tour bus. I get a bunk, and it's just like this is what you want. And then when all that's kind of gone, then you're back to the trenches again. So you're back in the van and you're back schlepping your gear and you're older. So it's a little bit more difficult at my age to do that. And I'm not as keen about having to do that, but I'm fortunate enough to be able to play some really amazing venues, which are pretty much the best
Yeah,
theaters across North America right now with the shows that I do with classic albums. So it's an easy load in, and I have my own space. Nobody else is sharing my drum kit.
that's
I'm doing it the
great.
way I want. We're playing to a beautiful theater. We have time to do great sound checks. They have load-in snacks and food and coffee and drinks, and they feed us. We have dressing rooms,
That's
and we have
great.
beautiful hotel rooms that we don't have to share with anybody. So it's just one of those things. So yeah, fly in, fly out. Sometimes they're drives, but I'm still enjoying it. That's why I'm still doing it.
That's awesome. What are you playing? What's the one that like
I
what's the
play
set?
drums.
No,
Just
but I
kidding.
mean, kind of like for
Come
live
on, I
play.
got you.
You're good.
um, the albums that I've been on lately are Fleetwood Mac, Rumors.
Cool.
I do
Nice.
that show. So again, if you don't know what classic albums live is, it's note for note, cut for cut. You do the album that's presented as a part of, I guess that's the performance part, and then we do a second set, which is like a greatest hits. So so I've been doing Fleetwood Mac Rumors, second set being the greatest hits. I do Hotel California, the Eagles stuff, greatest hits. I've done a bunch of Stones, Some Girls, and Let It Bleed. I've done Dark Side of the Moon. I've
Wow.
done Abbey Road, the White Album, Let It Be. It's just a constant learning curve, but yeah, so there's a pile of different albums. I think I've done about 15 different albums, which is that in the second set,
Wow.
or unless it's a double album like the White Album or whatever. But
Wow.
yeah,
This sounds so fun. Well, number one, this sounds so fun and amazing. Oh, also, I want to see it.
And you have to know
My,
it note for note, like exactly.
yeah. Do you feel like you have to get into character? Like you have to embody whichever drummer is,
it's
you're playing?
it's funny because I've been on three different shows sometimes, and I have to switch gears from day to day. So I'll be doing Back in Black by AC/DC, and I just did 5 or 6 shows in a row, and then I have a day off to go get into Ringo.
Oh, gee.
And then I do Ringo for a week, and then you're like, okay, now you're doing Charlie Watts.
Yeah.
So you just try to find the similarity between all these drummers, and they're all kind of swingy on top. So it's like, okay, but Ringo doesn't hit as hard, so don't hit as hard. And Charlie doesn't do many fills. He just likes to. So sometimes it's really difficult to take 2 hours plus of music and do it note for note, cut for cut. So it takes a while to really dig in and get the performance part down to have all the nuances, like the little tiny hi-hat lift ups and the little trills. And this is where that fill comes in. And so you try to do your absolute best with the time that you have. And I'm very fortunate to have a studio downstairs, like I say. So and my wife has to put up with it because I sit there and go, well, going to practice. And it's like getting up for work,
Yeah,
right?
for
Having my
sure.
coffee, shooting the shit with you guys and stuff. And then I'm going to go, okay, so I have 2 hours before somebody else comes over. I got to do 2 hours of straight practice. And then I'll take a break and then I'll do something else and then come back to it. Like this, we're doing this today. I've been asked to play percussion for, I guess, Classic Albums is doing Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses. And that's coming up in the spring. And they
Cool.
shoot
When
videos.
is, where is it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be at Massey Hall and definitely one show at Massey Hall because they like to sort of launch the bigger albums like that. I'm not playing drums on it, but I've been asked to do percussion. And there's just a couple like conga parts and stuff that are in. And what Craig Martin likes to do is he comes up with his promo reels. So he gets us all down into a studio, and we learn the songs, and we record it live off the floor.
Wow.
And so we're doing the song. So I'm just doing congas for like Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh, that's cool.
And then Mr. Brownstone, there's like a Bo Diddley thing that goes on through it. So I have the easiest part as far as I'm concerned for this thing. But that's what I'm doing later on this afternoon. If the snow isn't going to
Yeah.
stop us again.
Do you have ice pellets today?
There's ice pellets. It's snowing, and there was rain earlier. So, but I don't have far to go. I'm going to take Maureen's car because she's got winter tires. So
Oh, good.
my van
Good.
doesn't have it. I'm,
Wow.
I'm slippy and slidey all over the place.
I know, right? You have to be really careful.
Yep.
That's when you go, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah,
You're
it's
doing a
crazy here.
lot. You're doing a lot, Dale.
Well, that's fun. And then I'm actually going off to Dayton, Ohio on Friday to play Hotel California at the Grand Theater there. So it's a bit of a drive because we have to bring the back gear, backline gear, and it's just close enough to drive. And for everybody to fly there or get backline and hotel rooms for another night and stuff, it just doesn't make financial sense.
Yeah.
If I was running the company, I wouldn't fly everybody there either. So it'd be like,
Yeah.
sorry, you're all going to take two vehicles and share the driving, and you should get there in about 8 hours. So
Wow.
yeah, what we were talking about touring, right?
Yeah, exactly. How long have
So
you been doing this for with that group?
this is in this. I guess this is my 10th year of with Classic Albums Live.
10th year.
Well, I really started doing it back at '05 when we were on hiatus with Headstones. Tim and Trent and myself were doing the Back in Black record. So the rhythm section from the Headstones, we were actually playing the Back in Black record with three other musicians with Classic Albums Live when they first started getting going, and um, and then we all got back into doing other things. And when I left the Headstones in 2016, Craig Martin called me up and he's like, "Hey Dale, what are you doing? You want to get playing again? You want to play Massey, huh? Do you want to do a drum solo with a 16 piece or 21 piece marching corps band doing Tusk and stuff?" And I was like,
Oh, that's awesome.
"Oh, of course."
Do we have to?
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
enticed me back with this, and it was like going back to school, like charting out music and really just throwing all the crap out that I wrote this and
Yeah.
and now I have to learn all this stuff and chart it out and start trying to replicate it. So it was a whole, like I said, it was like going back to school
You're
again.
kind of acting too, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
playing different drummers, you're definitely acting.
for sure. And like there's something, I think drums of all instruments use most of your body, right? Like it takes a lot of different parts of your body to do it well. And so to think about if you're like trying to replicate somebody's sound exactly, it's almost like you get an opportunity to live in their
Yeah,
skin for
you
a little
take their
bit, to like
mannerisms on.
feel something that they had been feeling. It's
Yeah.
cool.
No, I totally get what you're saying, and you're right because you sort of have to get into that mode of where I always thought like sometimes I listening to stuff like even with Mick Fleetwood too, I kind of go, you know why he lifted up the hi-hat there? Because he was adjusting his seat. He decided to go like this while he was recording. And then his hi-hat went up and did this weird thing. Because I go, who else would do that? Like it's just not something that's natural. But if you were fidgeting on your stool as you're playing drums, that would make perfect sense to do. So,
Well, that's
like I
wild.
said, you start picking out all the nuances and stuff. And like I say, I'm just one of the drummers in the chorale. I mean, there's amazing drummers from Rick Vautour, Ryan Granville, Troy Feener. Um, it just all these guys are super good, and there's no egos, which is great.
Awesome.
So when all the deployment comes up for different albums and stuff like that too, we are all supportive of each other, and same with all the other musicians. I mean, we're almost a big giant bunch of nerds just because everybody has to nerd out on the music
Mhm.
and everybody's really paying attention to to everything. So it's unique and it's fun and as long as it continues to be that way and my body can still do it, I'll keep going.
Good for you.
Is there an album that like you wish you could do with the uh great albums live? No,
Classic
Classic.
albums live.
classic albums live.
Yeah. There's Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty blessed to be put on a lot of them, and sometimes I want to repeat on those because I mean, when I did the Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and Spiders from Mars, I loved doing the Bowie stuff, and I didn't realize how much I liked playing David Bowie stuff until I had to really dig into it. And of course, I got into that album when I was younger, and for me, I just went right to the hits with the album, and I was like
Mhm.
for 5 years, and other songs at the beginning of the album, I skipped over them when I was a kid. And then when I had to learn them, I was like, I rediscovered these songs or discovered them for kind of like the first time. Although I known the artist for forever, and I was like, this is a really fucking good song, man.
Yeah.
And so those kind of things are what I really dig. Um, and as far as that, it's like, doing the Floyd stuff. It's all about just getting into that kind of stoned, relaxed kind of thing. And, I'm more an energetic drummer, so I really have to focus on getting laid back,
Yeah. That's, yeah, for
Um,
sure.
so that's why I find the Eagles are really a lot of fun because I love the music and the Beatles. So like hearing it. So anyway, I don't know if there's to answer your question. I don't know if there's a specific album that I'd want to really go, okay, that's what I got to do. So
But the fact that you're jive by it is awesome.
Hmm. Absolutely.
I talk about 6 Foot Social Band, but
I like
I'm
that
starting
name.
a new project, and it's called Answers to Lucky. And why that is because there was a poster up years ago. There's a poster, and it's like dog missing an ear, blind in one eye, has 3 legs, answers to lucky.
Oh,
So
that's good.
I've started another project with another friend of mine. It's a little heavier than some of the stuff that I've been doing. So yeah, and I'm going to be releasing a single in March 1st. So it's called Answers to
Yay.
Lucky, and the single is going to be called Lies.
It's
So
lies.
lies, like lie, you're
Yeah.
like you lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I just wanted to push that since we're
Can
Yay.
we
Way
get
to go. I
can we
like
get
that name, Answers Lucky.
it's
can we get
different.
a preview? Can we get
Yeah,
a sneak?
when can we hear it?
Well, I'm just trying to get the master straightened out. It's pretty much 99% there. And then I want to release it. I have to have a release date, so I'm kind of picking March 1st. So that's when I'll have it released. Whether I'm going
Cool.
to do a video for it or not, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be some kind of weird AI video because I've really tried a lot to try to do all these videos and stuff for things, and it just cost me a fortune. It's
Yeah.
hard to wrangle up people, especially when other people are in the U.S. and I'm up here, and it's just like, well, I just, anyway.
That's cool.
Music, that single will be out then.
Very cool.
Lies by Answers to
Thank you,
Lucky.
Dale.
Exciting.
That is very exciting.
Yes.
Big deal stuff going on.
Yeah,
Lots of
no,
stuff
it's
going on.
cool.
Very cool.
And as soon as the snow leaves, it'll be like everybody's going to get that
Oh
energy back,
man, has to go away, please.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks. I didn't even realize I was talking so much.
You weren't.
Maybe I
No,
had
you're
enough coffee
awesome.
today.
No, not at all. You're amazing.